approaches us, Des, you here with me or the chat? Because I want to be able to help you, Desi.
Okay.
Okay. So when a man approaches us, I'm just saying, I know you don't like that. I saw you look to the side. I'm saying that because I know you guys really want help. So if you want help, you have to, talk with me.
Understood.
Yeah.
Turn my camera on. Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
welcome in, darling.
Hello.
Hi. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
I do.
Okay. What brings you up tonight?
Well, I guess I feel like my problem is I've been single for a while,
Okay.
and I will communicate with gentlemen or men, whatever you want to call them, but I can't seem to bag them and like get it doesn't turn into a relationship. So I don't know if it's my Instagram. I know it's not the way I dress. Like when I'm speaking to other people, they tell me it's because I have a lot going on for myself, and sometimes it may be that I intimidate men my age. I just turned 24 in January. I graduated with a bachelor's in
Okay.
business.
All right. Let's go.
Currently in real estate school because yeah, I think that's a nice thing to have under my belt as well. I
Mhm.
also work in a salon as a braider, so I do a lot of work, and
Okay.
I'm really dedicated to my goals.
Hmm.
But I just feel like I want a companion too. So I
Absolutely.
don't know.
And it sounds like you're very accomplished and congratulations on all your success. But I always tell the ladies too, like, unfortunately, when a man sees us or he approaches us, Des, you here with me or the chat? Because I want to be able to help you, Desi.
Okay.
Okay. So when a man approaches us, I'm just saying, I know you don't like that. I saw you look to the side. I'm saying that because I know you guys really want help. So if you want help, you have to, talk with me.
Understood.
Yeah. You want to give your Instagram?
Oh yeah, I can give you my Instagram. I'm sorry. It's Real Boss Des, and it's just spelled normal. Well, yeah, two S's on the boss.
Okay. Your profile picture, I like that look. Oh,
I think it ends it when I come out of it, so I'm just gonna stay in there. I'm sorry, this is my first time on live, so I'm trying to.
okay. Do you want to go down and come back up? Because I don't know, it's something going on. Try to drop back down and come back up.
Okay.
Alrighty. No, I'm not awkward. I'm not awkward at all. I'm not awkward. I just love helping women out and I love donating my time and not asking for anything to donate my time. Thank you, Queen. So when you ladies come up, I just want you to, speak to me, communicate with me. I know the chat can be a little distracting, but I'm giving you my time, you're giving me your time, so I ask that we just both respect each other. That's it. Try to ignore the chat if you can. Try to ignore it. And the reason that I brought attention to that is because last week I posted a video. A girl came up and we were having a conversation and I was trying to talk to her. And people in the comments was like, Ash, you didn't really try to help her. And I'm just like, well, I did try, but she was reading the comments. And she literally said in the video, I'm reading the comments. So that's all I'm saying. I'm here respecting your time, listening to you and your question, donating my time, you're giving your time to me. So all I ask is that, we hear each other out. That's it. That's all I'm saying. If you feel nervous or if it feels awkward or you feel uncomfortable, just let me know and I'll take you down. So she's back.
Okay. There we go.
Hi, boss says, welcome back. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you're a good sport. You're back. She got tough skin. She must have been born in the 90s.
Yeah, I think what happened was when I was
Mhm.
trying to go and like look at my Instagram with you, it paused it out and I didn't realize that. So
Oh, okay.
I'll just take the notes from here. So I'm good.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so Des, you initially came up and you said, Ash, I'm trying to date, but you feel like men are intimidated by you or they're not approaching you. Like nothing is becoming of it, is what you're saying.
Yes, or either when they do approach me, it's nothing to my caliber. So I don't know if I'm going to the wrong places or
Okay.
um yeah, I don't know.
And Jess, can you describe your type of guy? So, what type of guy would you want to approach you? Would you be interested in? And be
Um,
completely honest. Don't just say a regular nice man. No, tell me what you tell your homegirls on the phone. Okay.
no. My idea of a real man is someone that would provide. Not what he also would need to look good to a certain standard.
Okay.
He needs to be able to communicate. If we're having an issue, I need you to be able to respectfully be able to explain what I did to you and vice versa for myself as well.
Okay.
So that's that. And also just to have a good time. Just to have a good time.
Okay.
Travel while we're young. I don't have any kids, so it's as I'm getting older, I'm realizing more and more men have kids.
Mhm.
So that's that. Which I'm okay to one kid, but I'm not playing stepmama to no two, no three. After a certain age, that X's you out as well. And I feel like I'm not asking for too much, just for those simple requirements that I'm asking.
And let me ask you this because I asked Melissa this, who was just up here. What does provider mean to you? So, what does that mean by your definition?
That's a great question.
Hmm.
So, by a provider, I'm not saying that you have to pay 100% of the bills. That's not, for me right now, that's not where I'm at because I pay 100% of everything by myself. So, even if I had a little help to where, like, oh, he surprised me with flowers on a random day when I said I wasn't having a good day that day. That would mean so much to me. Where if I was, short on the bill, and I needed a little. All I did was mention I got this bill coming up, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay it without asking me. I think you should offer, or just plan little date nights randomly, just to keep the romance interesting.
Okay, and would he have to make a certain amount of money? How much money would that look like per year for you?
I've never thought about that honestly. I've never thought like about a certain amount. I just think that he should do well for himself. In most of the situations that I have been in, I've been the breadwinner, and that really like grinds my gears because like
So then, what
I
I'm
want to give
hearing,
my
Des,
feminine energy.
yes. So what I'm hearing, Des, is like you're like I hustle, I grind, I work on my own, but it's almost in a sense you're scared to say, you know what, Ash, I do want someone who's gonna pick up the slack.
I do. I
Okay.
100% do want somebody
Okay.
that is going to pick up the slack.
Okay. Okay.
That's what
So
I
the
want.
the reason I ask you guys about numbers, just like I just told Melissa, right, is
Hmm.
because you need to kind of gauge, well, how much can this person really offer to me in themselves?
Hmm.
So with $100,000, okay, we can vacation maybe once a month somewhere in the US. Maybe with $500,000, we can vacation twice a year, one out of the country and one in the US. Maybe he can pay for his rent, his car note, and only cover my car note. That's why I tell you guys to think about these things, you know? And again, that looks different for everyone. And I also want you to be clear, Des, and all the ladies watching about what you want. Because I think what happens sometimes is we'll come up here and say, oh, no, we don't want this or we want that. And then by the end, we like, hold up, hold up. Wait, I want him to pay all the bills.
That would be nice, but I'm trying to be ideal here for my
Okay.
age. So, and I don't know any gentlemen my age that can just handle it all. So I'm trying to meet them somewhere and be realistic about that. But
Yes,
of
yes.
course, when I get older, and we get a little more established for
Hmm.
ourselves, I would love somebody that could handle the bulk of the bills, and I take care of the household and I just be a great wife, do my
Okay.
little thing, but yeah.
Okay. So someone who's going to take care of the bills, you get to stay at home, you have the option to work.
Yeah, and I would run my own business and, still
Okay.
bring in something to the household, everything. I'm not the type of person where I would allow 100% of everything to be on him, because if I need to be able to leave, I
Mhm.
need to have a backup plan. And
Right.
that's me.
Right. Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at your Insta. I still have it.
Okay.
It looks like you like to go out. You travel.
I do. I do a lot of traveling while I don't have any kids. So yeah.
Yes. You go. So that means you got a little coin now, Des.
I work hard.
Yes. Okay. She travels. She travels on her own. I see you like trendy style. The
Hmm.
only thing, Des, I will want you to work on
Okay.
is your weight, Des.
And I'm working on that right now. Right
Yeah.
now.
I
I'm in the
want
gym
that's what
to
I
stay
want you to
young.
work on. Yeah, because it looks like you have your own money, you're
Hmm.
traveling on your own already, you're paying your own bills. We're not saying you look bad, but if we
But I
can,
could look better.
I think we can all, there's always room for improvement. That's what how I feel
Always.
about it.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's something that's already been on my mind and I'm already working towards to.
Okay.
So I think I know what my issue is surrounding my weight is that I'll get in the gym, I'll notice, so you looking good, girl. Like, yeah, okay, okay. But I'll get comfortable with where I am and I'll
Mhm.
like slow down. But this year, my goal is I'm handling everything else. I achieved going to school, even though I felt like that was one of the hardest things ever. If there's so many things that you are achieving, and this is something that you really want for yourself, then you need to put your foot down and do it. So that's why this past week, and I know it's only been a week, but the way I'm feeling and the way I want things to change,
Mhm.
maybe that's hindering me. Not saying that I'm not a beautiful girl with
Yeah.
the size that I am, because
Yeah.
I am. But like I said, I could always be better. And I'm interested in changing that up and seeing where it gets me. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it also changes how we feel, our confidence, how we move, because I
Hmm.
know when we have weight on us as women, it doesn't matter what weight we are, right? It still affects our confidence.
Hmm.
Like, oh, let me pull this down. Okay, what do I got to wear? Now you're in the house. It still affects us. Although we're beautiful, although we look great, we
Hmm.
know, okay, I know I could be at my best. And I
Yes.
think a lot of you girls come up here and I say, y'all know how to get a degree, y'all know how to get some money, y'all know how to get a car and a house. But when it comes to working out, I'm like, what's going on? Y'all getting degree. You in school for 4 to 8 years. Why we can't be consistent with the workouts? So that's the one area I want everyone to work on. Because
Hmm.
you guys are doing much harder things in life. That's how I see it.
I agree. And
Yeah.
that's why my goal is to just stay on it and get all the way right. And also not look at it as like losing weight, trying to look at it as more so of a lifestyle change. I
Yes.
think that would help my mindset as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm just a little confused on why they not trying to beat down my door, trying to, you know.
Yes, 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 absolutely. So I say if what I'm doing is not working, let
Mhm.
me try something else. That's how I see it. If you
Okay.
try this way for a year, Des, this goes for all the girls watching, and for 1 year, this is not working for me. Maybe my hair, maybe the way I do my makeup, maybe my weight, maybe the way I dress. Let's change it up for the next 6 months
Mhm.
and see if I get a different outcome. If not, I'll just go back to who I was. That's how I see it.
Okay.
All right. So for the next 6 months or the next four, summer is coming. I want you to
Mhm.
make a goal and I want you to come back here, I say by the end of May, and
Okay.
update us. And I remember everyone. So we're going to be
Okay.
looking forward to seeing you, Des.
All right. Well, I'm excited to show you the difference because I'm down. I'm putting this going down full force trying to come up with something different because right now it's not working. So I'm ready for change.
You got this, darling. It was nice speaking to you. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, thank you, Des, for coming up and being a good sport. She was a good sport. It started off a little rocky, but she came back. Can we get to 100,000 likes? We have a lot of people. Welcome in. This is what Raw on Demand said. Ash, what about the men who love curvier girls? Well, she is curvy, and I'm sure that there are a lot of girls who come up here who are curvy. I'm not saying all of them, but let's say the handful who do, they're saying, you know what, Ash, maybe this is not working. This size I'm at, I'm still not able to attract the guy, right? I think the girls who are curvy, who are pulling the guys, they're not even up here asking, child, okay? But maybe if you feel like it's not working and you're still not attracting that person really thin or curvy or in between or overweight or a little underweight, then it's time to change something up. That's how I see it. Now, and I know sometimes a lot of you don't want to hear it, because that means if Des has to change, if she has to change, that means I have to change. That's why a lot of y'all don't want to hear it. Because if she is at that weight and Ash is telling her to change, that means I know I'm sitting here on this couch in this bed, you know, looking a certain way. And I know that may mean I have to change too. So I'm going to write in the comments, no, girl, you don't have to change. And we're not just talking about weight. We're talking about anything. Anything for that matter. Men don't do the stick figure girls wrong either. Yeah, it's not about that. This is the thing. Men will do them wrong, young or old, skinny or thick. But people are coming up here saying, Ash, I want a man. That's what they're saying, VJ. They're saying, I want a man. That's what she came up here about. She didn't say, I want to do it for me. I'm decentering men. She didn't say that. That wasn't her words. She said, I want a man. I want someone else to pick up the slack. I'm tired of being alone. I know these girls on TikTok are lying to themselves, saying decenter, and crying at night. Okay, although they are happy, but they're still lonely. But I want a man. That's what she wants. I don't know. I just think it's a complete, I don't know. I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie. To say a woman doesn't want a man and a man doesn't want a woman, I think that's a lie. To keep saying the bear, I think it's still a lie. Granted, I know you have peace. I'm not saying you don't thrive better and you're not doing better, but sometimes you do want someone. To say you never want anyone, I think that's a lie. We are human. We are designed to be in community. We are designed to have someone, to love someone, man and woman, both. Not just woman, both. So we're not going to sit up here with that whole, oh, we don't decenter. And if you ain't with a man, you with a woman. You still with somebody. Even if you're not with a man, you're with a woman. You're still with somebody. If you're not with a woman, you still with a man. You still with, I thought it was all about you and decentering. Oh, okay. So you do need to be with someone at the end of the day. Okay. All right. It's just not a man, it's a woman. It's just not a woman, it's a man. Okay? Or she, thee, them, or what, you know. Thank you, coming to the. Oh, no man is an island. Thank you, Queen. That's a great way to say it. No man is an island. No one. We all need community. That's why we're here every night, gathering together, having these conversations. We like community. We like to chat. We like to laugh. We're almost at 100,000 likes. Tap the screen. And let me ask you, Melissa, are we working on our weight? Are we working on it?
Yes. So I broke my ankle about 2 years ago, and I was in a wheelchair for 6 months. That was one of the reasons why I put on a lot of weight.
But for what you're requiring, you're saying you want someone high value. So I would want you to work on that.
Hello.
Mika, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Melissa is fine.
Melissa. Welcome in, Melissa. Were you up here before, Melissa?
Oh, I think it was like last year we spoke.
Yes, and I think it was about Dr. Joe Dispenza. We briefly spoke about energy, I feel like. Yes, we did. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thank God.
Amen to that. So what brings you up today?
Well, so I so basically in my work, so I'm an esthetician, a master skin esthetician.
Hmm.
I'm always sort of in like my black kind of uniform, and then when I go out, I do dress up. You could probably see a few photos on my Instagram.
Okay.
But I feel like because I'm always in, oh, I do give consent.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
Okay.
So I feel like basically a lot of my daily energy is very masculine because it's part of my roles. I'm a single mom, I own a few businesses. So when I go out, I do have that opportunity to, get dressed up and do all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to just my everyday, which is 90% of my time, I want to feel more feminine. And I think it's a little difficult for me because I am kind of in my black uniform and I'm not wearing much makeup today. I've just got a little bit of gloss and mascara. But I also sing and perform. So when I'm on stage, I can get dressed up and I have those opportunities, but I'm not like that every day. And I also want to attract a high value provider man because I feel like I'm in my worth and I'm getting ready. I've worked on myself a lot.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just feel like,
And
I
let
don't
me
know.
also ask you, Melissa, what does a high value provider man look like for you? Because I know the definition is different for everyone.
A high value provider man for me is someone who gives me safety and puts me in my feminine energy, and someone who can provide for me emotionally and financially and put me in a place where I can be my most authentic self. I don't have to feel like the single mum running around doing everything. I can just sit in my feminine energy and be me.
Okay, so someone who gives you the option to work, but you don't necessarily have to work. Your work becomes a hobby.
Because I'm very passionate about both my careers. So I want to be able to do that with freedom and not feel like I'm hustling. I don't want to hustle. I've been hustling all my life. So
Yes. All right, and how much would he have to make per year? You're this provider guy.
I don't have a number. Whatever he has to do just to make it work. That's not something I want to worry about. Whatever he has to do.
I only asked that, Melissa, and I asked the ladies this only because we're talking about it. Is it's good to know that. I'm not saying, oh, he has to be a billionaire, right? But
Yeah.
he would have to make X amount of dollars to make sure I'm good, my daughter's good, and then my job can become a hobby. I don't need to hustle. We can vacation 3 times out of the year. We can go to restaurants. I can lounge. That's why I asked the number. So
Okay. I've
what
never
would
thought
that
about it
be?
before. I've never thought about that before. Like a
Yes.
specific number.
Yes, yes. So that is something to think about, okay, Melissa? Alrighty. So I'm gonna go to your Instagram.
Sure.
And it is is it Melissa?
Milica
Okay.
underscore entertainment.
All right. Perfect. Oh wow, look at you in the black sparkly dress.
Yes, that was a big wedding I had in January. I was singing at.
Wow. Your looks are very classy.
Yes, that's
Very
my goal.
classy, yes. And let me ask you, Melissa, are we working on our weight? Are we working on it?
Yes, yes. I've lost about 25 kilos in the last 12 months.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a slow one for me, but no, I'm definitely working on my weight. It was a huge trigger for me to even talk about that, but that's why I felt like I could come on. And I know you come from a place of love,
Yes,
but yes.
absolutely. And the reason I bring up weight, I'm not saying you cannot get a man as you are, Melissa. We know
Yes.
women can get a man at any weight, any height, right? But for what you're requiring, you're saying you want someone high value. So I would want you to work on that.
Yeah.
Okay, out of fairness. What about hair as well? Are we working on our hair? I see you have blonde hair. Have you ever thought about cutting it a little bit? Have you ever thought about restyling it, coloring it a different color? Tell me, Melissa.
Well, I used to be my natural color. So I broke my ankle about 2 years ago and I
Okay.
was in a wheelchair for 6 months. That was one of the reasons why I put on a lot of weight. I have had a lot of health issues, but
Okay.
not that they're excuses, they're just learning
Okay.
experiences.
Yes.
So I had my natural hair color, which is sort of like a darker kind of natural brown.
Mhm.
and it was a little bit shorter.
Mhm.
But I've been blonde for about a year and a half,
Mhm.
and I go every week and get it shampooed and blow dried. So that's one thing that I go and do at the salon. I don't do that myself.
Okay.
So I kind of, have it like I can style it a few different ways, or sometimes
Absolutely.
put it back. But color wise, I'm loving the blonde, but I don't know. I think I'm open to suggestions for change,
Yeah,
but
I like the blonde, but I feel like maybe the blonde dye made your hair more fragile. That's what I'm feeling, you know? Yeah.
it
Yeah.
it did, and it has, and also a lot of the medication that I was on really.
Okay.
See, normally I could cut my hair to here, and in about not even a year, it's down to my back. Like my
Okay.
hair grows so long, but since
Mhm.
all of this has happened, it's kind of sort of been. This is the longest it's been for a while, and I sort of had it trimmed to about there with some layers.
Okay.
I have a really good hairdresser, so she's very good to be guided by my suggestions. And I do masks and treatments and oils, and
Mhm.
I have been focusing on my hair health as
Okay.
well.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying. I
Yeah.
do definitely believe that it has impacted my hair health, being blonde.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I also feel myself blonde. I feel very fresh and I feel light. So yeah, I'm
So I
39
say,
years old.
Melissa, we can keep the blonde. Let's say we keep the blonde. She
Yeah.
trims it up a little bit. She takes just maybe an inch off
Yes.
and add a little bit of fullness. Maybe some K-tips, maybe some micro links, just for a little bit more fullness. That's what I would want you to do if you're open to that.
Yeah. When you say Kate, you mean like extensions in the hair?
Extensions, yes, my lovely. Hmm.
I don't know about. Only reason why I say no to that is because I've never had them, and I feel like for me, I'm worried about it impacting my hair health. I have a lot of hair pieces. Like you can see the hair that I had in that video. I kept it long for that, but it just wasn't quite long enough. So I
Okay.
actually use a lot of like ponytail pieces for stage, so I don't ruin my hair.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So that I can use
Yes,
that.
no, that definitely makes
But
sense. But what about even doing
my hair
what
is
ab-
pretty full. It's just more health wise.
yes. Melissa, and again, I don't want this is me on the outside looking in, right?
Yes,
And this is
100%.
not me coming for you, right? At
Yes,
all.
yes,
But we're unbiased. That's what I like to tell all my guests. We're seeing you for the first time. So
yes.
not that you need extensions. Maybe even think about getting clip-ins. So you have the option. I
I
put
have
them in
those. I
for
can
when I'm
buy those.
yes. Let's do that. Because for what you're saying you want, Melissa, you said, Ash, I want a high provider man, high value man. I don't want to have to work. Okay. So I know that that type of man wants a certain type of look.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Of
Okay.
course, your hair, your natural hair, that's wonderful. But occasionally, if we could just put something in for
Yeah.
fullness when we go out, take it out when we come home. I see
Open to
what you
that.
mean.
Open
Yes.
to that.
All
Yes.
right. And for makeup, your makeup is nice day to day, pretty natural. But when we turn it
Actually,
up,
a little bit more than this. This is like
okay,
pretty much
okay. I
nothing.
was gonna say, do we do a light lash or do we put
Yes.
mascara on?
So the company that I distribute with, I used to have like extensions. I used to see a colleague, and I used to get the extensions all the time, and they were fine. But with all my medical stuff, it was really irritating my eyes. So I have the ones that I can do myself at
Oh,
home,
perfect.
and
Okay.
most of my photos you'll see that I have the individual ones that I place on myself, and they last me for about 10 days, and they
Okay.
don't irritate and they don't pull out my eyes. And then for stage, I actually wear a full set, obviously.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And may I ask how old you are, Melissa, if you don't mind me asking?
39.
39.
39.
Okay. I would say outside looking in, just looking at your photos, you look a little bit older than 39. you
Okay.
know so I would say, just as you said, you're working on your weight. That's good. You said you're open to doing your styling your hair a little bit different, but I think making those tweaks will also help you as well, because outside looking in, I think because to your job, you are a singer, you do spirituality, you talk to a lot of people. Sometimes that too, bringing on other people's energy, can age us as well. Trust me, I know. All right. So yes, I just want you to work on those little things. How do you feel about that?
That sounds great. That
Yeah.
does, that sounds good.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I hope it was helpful, Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome, darling. Bye bye.